Hi, I'm Andy Shipsides with Able Cinetech in New York, and today we're checking out the new PDW-700, the XD-Cam camera from Sony. This is a 2/3 inch 1080p XD-Cam camera. This is a major upgrade from the F350 line and the 355 XD-Cam cameras. It's a 2/3 inch camera that supports B4 lens system. This is any HD standard B4 mount lens will go onto this camera. It still records to the XD-Cam disc base. This is a Pro disc. Here we're seeing the 23 gigabyte version of it. There's also a 50 gigabyte version, dual layer, that's available for the camera. And now this camera can record into a codec called the XD-Cam HD 422 codec. It's a 50 megabit version of the codec, so just a little higher up from the previous models. So just to clear up some rumors, this is a 1080p camera natively. It does record into 59.94 interlaced 1080 video as well as 50i video. It does have a 29.97 progressive mode as well as a 25 progressive mode. This is the features that come with the camera right away. In addition, there will be a release in June of a 23.98 pull-down board for the camera. Now, it's been a lot of debate about when that was available and so on, but now it's been clarified. In June, we will see a board that you can put into the camera. So if you get the camera now, in June you can upgrade to 23.98 pull-down. In addition, right now, it does have 720p 59.94 and 720p 23.98 recording. The 23.98 is pulled down over the 59.94, but right away you can record in 720 59.94 for that progressive 60p look. In addition to all those features, we do have SD recording options available. Now, this requires a software key installed in the camera that enables an NTSC and PAL recording, 59.94 interlaced, 50i, and 29.97, 25 progressive modes. You will eventually see that SD 23.98 is available as well with that pull-down board when it comes out. So to dig a little deeper into what it actually records to, let's talk about the codecs a little bit. So as I said in the beginning, this is it does support the XD-Cam 422 50 megabit codec. This is the highest quality record mode this camera offers, and it's a very beautiful full raster 422 codec. But outside of that, we still have the XD-Cam HQ, XD-Cam HD SP record options. These are 35 and 25 megabit HD record options. This is, it gives you longer record times, and it's a very good quality video still. And outside of that, in the SD recording modes, we have DV cam support as well as IMX50, IMX40, and IMX30 recording for SD record modes. So what makes this camera look so amazing? Well, it's that 1080p sensor. This is a 2.2 million pixel full raster 1920 by 1080 CCD sensor. It's what they call a Power Hat FX sensor. The same sensor you found in the HTC 1500 Studio line of Sony cameras. So really, really clean and beautiful. About 11 stops of latitude in 59.94. In addition to the standard features of that sensor, we also have something called the noise suppression circuit. This is a circuit, an electronic process that actually reduces the noise in the signal. With this enabled, it brings about that 59 dB of signal-to-noise ratio. Very, very clean image. So you'd be really amazed with the image quality you see in this camera. On top of the sensor, we have standard gamma modes, SD and HD, that used for normal news shooting, and additionally we have 4 hyper gamma modes. These are cine-style gamma modes that you find normally in like the Sony F900 Cine Alta line of cameras. Very, very, very great range off these gamma curves. So let's talk about some of the other features of the camera that make it so flexible. This is an XD-Cam camera, and as all XD-Cam cameras do, it does record proxies to the disk at the same time as it records the video. So this is actually recording a lower quality video onto the disk at the same time, so you can very easily pull these files up later, move them around, email them to each other. A great feature of the XD-Cam series in general. In addition to that, we have something called pre-cache recording. Pre-cache is a buffer, a frame buffer, if you will, that fills up to 30 seconds in the case of this camera to give you 30 seconds ahead of the time you hit record. So you catch that moment you just barely missed. Additionally, you have interval recording or time-lapse functions of the camera. This is a great feature for a lot of different applications. In addition to that, we have something called the digital extender. Well, what is a digital extender? It's a magnification off the sensor. This is a 2x digital magnification that'll give you just that little push when you need it. It does reduce image quality, but it can save you in a bind, so I like that a lot. And in the viewfinder, something called focus magnification. Okay, well, what does that do? It basically just zooms in on the focus, zooms in on the viewfinder so you can see close up on something, check for critical focus. Very cool feature. And lastly, in the viewfinder world, we have a black and white support viewfinder available for it now, but you can also put on your color viewfinders, 35 and the 30. This is a really nice feature to have available in this line of cameras. So the body of the camera, what else do we have going on here? Well, on the back of the camera, if you want to check it out, we have two independent HD SDIs. Now, why is this useful? Well, with two different HD SDI outputs, I can actually give two different feeds to different people, and both of these have down converters built into. That means I can send an SDI signal to one monitor, an HD SDI signal to another monitor. They can also put characters independently on each of these outputs. So I really think that this is useful for a whole number of reasons. On the side of the camera, we have another SDI option, which is the SDI in. This is an option, if you can see it right there, yep, there we go, SDI in. This is an option board that you can buy, and it will allow you to record an SDI signal directly onto the disk. So this is great for pool feeds in the news world. Very, very useful feature. Now, going back to the back of the camera, we have right here, this is an IEEE 1394, or somebody calls it an Ilink port. This is a data port, essentially, in this camera, which will allow you to actually download the data directly off the disk. So I'm a big fan of that. And if you look at the side of the camera, the other side, I also have on the top a network port. Now, this is the same idea. I have network connectivity. I can download files directly off the disk through FTP. So this is a gigabit Ethernet port. Hook up my network to it and download material from it that way. Very cool. And then also we have something next to it, a little USB port. This little USB port, it's not for data transfer. It's for upgrades. You can actually put a USB key here to do a firmware upgrade or upload some metadata to the camera. You can also attach a USB keyboard or mouse to this camera, believe it or not, to type in metadata into the camera directly. And I'll show you a little bit more about that in another section. Going back around, I have something on the back of the camera, which is called the Yunus slot receiver. This is a popular device to get, which is a wireless add-on, which is for wireless audio. So I can actually put two channels of wireless audio directly into this slot. So this comes off, the wireless signal goes, the wireless card goes in, and I have wireless routed directly into my camera without a bulky additional wireless receiver needed. This all goes into the camera directly. And then finally, I have 3.5-inch LCD on the side of the camera. Now, this has become very standard. Strangely enough, it's hard to find a camera without an LCD onto it now. You start on the low end and it's built up to the highest. With this LCD, you can do a number of things. Check your framing, your colors, and also view the thumbnail display. So outside of all that, of the camera in general, what else do I have that goes with it to support devices? Well, I have the PDW HD-1500. This is a full-fledged deck with RS-422, HD SDI in and out. I can treat the XDCam disc just like a tape, essentially, with this deck. Very useful. It will play the lower HD, XDCam HD, 35, 25 HQSP modes on this. And also I can get an SD board, pop it in there, that will allow me to record in the XDCam SD formats, DVCam, IMX. And also play those back as well. So that is available to install into the deck. Finally, it does have that same network access that we saw on the camera. I can actually hook up the deck to my network and download material directly from it, and I will cover that as well as writing back to the disk in another section. Finally, the PDW-700. This is really cool. It's a small single disk reader. I pop the disk in, I connect to it to my computer with a USB port. There's a USB-B port in the back here, you can see it. I also have next to it just a little power connection, that's it. USB and power. I can hook it up to any desktop or laptop, download material from the disk to my computer. It really is a reader device. The deck is useful for writing back and all that. This is not an HD SDI device, it's just a reader, and it's a very small, portable, and cost-effective one. So there's a whole line of product here. They're all quite amazing. The XDCam product line has come a long way. Stay tuned. Check out some of the other videos we have coming up to go through all the different features of each of these. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.